Merry Christmas, Cryptowisers. It's your old friend Milton here. Have yourself a Milton little Christmas. This video today is dedicated to all the hardcore degens out there who even on Christmas need a little crypto content. So this one is for you. If Santa brought you a little of that crappy old fiat and you're looking to invest it in some sweet, sweet crypto, then hopefully this video will give you some ideas. I'm going to be talking my top 12 altcoins for 2024. Top 12 altcoins for 2024. But before I go into my top 12 altcoins for 2024, I have a special Christmas giveaway for you Cryptowisers. Now, we are the Walrus. This is an OG Solana NFT project. If you have been watching the channel for years now, you know that we were huge supporters of this project when it launched in 2021. It really is still my favorite OG Solana project. I mean, look at the art on these guys. They really are my fave. I don't know, just something about them. I love them. I think they're great. And with Solana heating up and it being on fire, I really think that there's an opportunity for these OG Solana NFT projects to really make a comeback. And Marvin and I and some of the other community members of We Are the Walrus are dedicated to really bringing back this collection, trying to help it reach its full potential as we get into this bull market. We think that there's a lot of exciting things that we can do if we can gather the community together. But at the very least, it is still an amazing piece of crypto history and crypto art. I love them, so I'm going to be giving one away to a lucky Cryptowisers. But there is a caveat. I need something from you. We got to hit 1,000 views on this video, 100 likes on the video, and then I will pick my favorite comment from the comments on this video to give one of these beautiful walruses to. So that means if you haven't already, smash that like button because we got to get to 100 likes. You're watching the video, so that's good because hopefully you'll be one of at least 1,000 who watch it. And then you got to comment on the video, and I'm going to choose my favorite comment. So hopefully I can buy and give one of these away for Christmas to one of you lucky Cryptowisers, because I would love nothing more than to give the gift of the We Are the Walrus, one of my favorite OG Solana NFT projects. So hopefully we can hit those numbers and one of you can go away with one of these beauties. And unlike some other channels who do these lists all the time and then the top two are always Bitcoin, Ethereum, boring. I'm not going to be putting either of those in my top 12, but of course I think you should own some anyway. Of course, we all got our eyes on Bitcoin in early 2024. We're hoping for the ETF. Everyone thinks it's going to happen. Hopefully, January, between January 8 and 10, that's when everyone thinks it's going to happen. So fingers crossed, that would be absolutely huge. Now, the crypto market in general has been giving us some sweet, sweet Christmas gifts lately. Even on the day we are up. But in the last hour, since I started working on this video, a lot of things have been coming down a little bit, but that was to be expected as things have pumped like crazy. This is the weekly crypto bubbles here. You're seeing Solana up 50% this week alone, and that's after a month where it was up 91%. This is the month bubble now. You're seeing Bonk up 339%. So a lot of things are up big this month. So be careful. I'm not saying rush out and buy all the altcoins you can this second, but you want to wait for some nice little dips in the coins I'm going to be talking about. But it is a good lesson just to kind of touch on this. This is a lesson that I think a lot of crypto content makers do not give enough, which is you should always have some stake in the game because crypto gains come fast and furious. So even in the height of crypto winter, when a lot of other people were trying to look smart and they were saying, I'm all in fiat right now. I'm just waiting to get in because I'm the smartest and I don't have any money in crypto right now. Look, most of them are lying, okay? Not everyone got out before things crashed. The thing is, look, obviously you want to take profits as things get heated. Goes without saying. Take profits. But you don't want to be completely out of the crypto market because the most gains happen so fast, you can't get back in. Okay, something like Bitcoin, I mean, the majority of its gains over its lifetime happened in maybe 20 days or so of pumps. So if you're out of the market for those top days, there's no way that you can catch up. So always have some money in the crypto market. That said, always great to have some fiat on the sidelines so that you can buy dips and also, of course, take profits as you are making them. All right, guys, let's jump in here right away. Milty's top 12 altcoins for 2024. First one has to be Solana. I know it is pumped so much. Look, if you're not in Solana already, would I be buying in? My answer is actually a yes. Now, I'm not saying you want, to be buying all your Solana bags right now. Obviously, something that has run this hard. Let's look at the 90-day chart here. We went from under $25 just in the last 90 days, and we're here sitting at $111, almost $112. Then if you go to the 180-day chart, that's about the same. The 1-year chart goes all the way down to $11. So really, we're only like 13 months from the FTX collapse, which gave us kind of the crypto winter bottom for Solana. And we're up 10, 11x already from there. So obviously I would not, if you don't have Solana already, I wouldn't be putting all my money into this. I think there will be a dip eventually in Solana, but do I think it's going higher than 111 in this bull run? Yeah, of course I do. The all-time high is $260. Now, I was someone who was a bit worried whether or not it would even hit that all-time high again. I'm not worried about that at all anymore. It is clearly taking the momentum out of all the altcoins. Solana and the ecosystem have all the momentum right now. So do I see it reaching its all-time high again? Yes, I do. Do I see it going even further this bull run? I do see that. But at already $111, it's not going to be the biggest gainer in your bag. But it is clearly the front runner of all the other Ethereum alternatives. So from an L1 perspective, if you don't have any, I'd buy yourself a little bit right now. Get yourself a phantom wallet, try it out, try the ecosystem out, buy yourself an NFT, try out the DeFi. Why Solana is gaining all the traction in the first place is it's so cheap to use. So it's a great blockchain to get yourself into crypto if you're not already. And if you're not in Solana already, then it's so cheap to try out. I would get yourself in there and then start DCAing in, buying some dips on Solana. So Solana has to be number one right now, without a doubt. Number two for me, Polkadot. I love Polkadot. If you watch the channel, you know that I love Polkadot. I talk about it a lot on the channel. It's been nice to see in the last little while that it has started to gain some momentum. Really, all that price action has been coming in the last 7 days. It was down at 650. Not even a week ago. Now we're up at 863. So we are seeing a bit of momentum, but it's still way off. It's 85% off from its all-time high. Now, DOT does have fairly large inflation in terms of the staking rewards are almost 20%. And there hasn't traditionally been a lot of activity on the chain to kind of burn some of the DOT. But a lot is going to change in the new year. They're changing the whole model of how DOT's going to work. We're going to go from parachain model to this kind of core time buy whatever core time you want, whenever you want, as much as you want. So I'm really curious to see what that does for DOT, but we're seeing a lot of momentum in the last week or so in the DOT ecosystem, which is very exciting for people like me who have been huge DOT supporters from the very beginning. DOT has to be one of my top altcoins for 2024, of course. A lot of my coins, you're going to see there's a handful of layer ones on here. I still really love the layer ones. They're the ones that really have the clearest utility for the token. So like Solana, if you're not in DOT already, it again is a very fast and cheap chain to use. So get yourself a Polkadot wallet, whether that's Subwallet, Talisman, Polkadot.js, whatever you want. Try it out and try some of the dApps on Polkadot. To me, I do not invest in any layer one without actually using a wallet from the ecosystem, going in, using the ecosystem and stuff. I'm not someone who just buys the token, keeps it on a centralized exchange. For the L1s, I'm in there, I'm using it, I'm using the DeFi, I'm using the NFTs, whatever else they've got. I like to try it out and see, and that's how I start to really make my opinion on a layer one. All right, moving right along. Next altcoin for 2024 has to be Chainlink. Chainlink, come on, blue chipper. This is the token that really launched the last bull run. If we look at the max chart here, you'll see here in 2020, Chainlink was the first alt to really start moving. That led us into the 2020 DeFi summer, and it hit an all-time high of over $50, 52.70. It's 71% down from there. So it really has not had a huge run up like Solana or some of the other ones. You know, it was down at about $6. It was its bottom here for this latest crypto winter. It's up at 15, so it's done almost a 3x since then, but still 71% down from the all-time high. I see Chainlink reaching its all-time high again and even going further this bull run. So Chainlink for me is a must own. Moving right along, Filecoin. This is an infrastructure play. It's a decentralized storage play. Anything to do with decentralized infrastructure, like the big blue chip ones, I think are kind of, safer bets for me. Utility, I am still someone who really does look at the utility of the project and the token, and Filecoin was one that I've been on since the IPO of it many moons ago. The token just launched in the last bull run, had a great run then. It just launched here in 2020 was when the token launched, but the IPO happened years before that. And we saw it go to an all-time high of $236. It's only not even at $6 right now. And the all-time high was $236. Now, there's more dilution in the tokens, way more tokens out there than there were back then. So you got to keep that in mind. But if you're looking at a blue chip crypto, which in my mind Filecoin is, down from its all-time high of almost 98%, that is, there is some opportunity there in my opinion. Now, the full total supply is at almost 2 billion, and the circulating supply is only at just under 500 million. So there are a lot of tokens still to come. But for me, I really like Filecoin. I think it will do really well in this bull run. And for me, it is a must in my 2024 portfolio. All right, before I get into any other of my top 12, would you do me a favor? Smash the like button if you haven't already, and subscribe to the channel. If you're new to Cryptowise, welcome. First of all, we've been around since 2020. We're kind of a bit of a hidden gem ourselves within the crypto YouTube space. But in the new year, myself and my partner Marvin will be doing a lot more crypto content starting in January, moving up through the Bitcoin halving, through this whole bull run, sharing with you what we're doing, when we're taking profit, all that good stuff. So if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do so. And of course, follow us over on X at Cryptowise, guys. All right, moving along. Token number 5, Multiverse X, used to be called Elrond. The token is the eGold token, EGLD. It's sitting at 72.80. This is another token that has done quite well in the last little while. Let's see the 30-day here. It was down at just in the low 40s, and now we're up at 72. But again, way down from its all-time high. It almost got to 500 last time. The chart is saying, but down here it's saying the all-time high was almost 550. So around between 5 and 550, still giving us a lot of room to the upside, even to reach its old all-time high. Now, Multiverse X has a much smaller supply than a lot of the other L1s. Max supply is under 32 million. Total supply is just over 26 million, and it's pretty much all out there. So that's one of the things I love about Multiverse X. The inflation isn't that high. I think for staking, you're getting about 5%. The best way to interact with Multiverse X, in my opinion, is getting their app, which is the X Portal. And then within the app, within X Portal, you can see all the different dApps and stuff that have been created for Multiverse X. But this is another L1 for me. I've been holding this one since their launch. I think my entry price for my Multiverse X, which used to be Elrond, was at about $7, I believe. And I've been holding all the way through. I held it all the way up to the 500 or 560, whatever it was. I held it all the way down, and I'm going to hold it all the way up again, just because this is the longer term play for me. A lot of the L1s, you're kind of, you can have some in your little investment bag and you can take some profits and stuff like that, but they tend to be, for me, longer term plays. You're kind of really betting on crypto being a thing that's going to be around forever. And some of those Hail Mary plays, I guess, the ETH alternative plays for me, where I'm like, I really like this other L1 chain. I think it could do really well, but look, it's kind of, you're going for the moon, or it's going to zero. If the chain doesn't work, it's going to zero. It becomes just a zombie chain, I guess. But if you believe in it and you think it has a high potential, then for me, it's a longer term play. And that's what this is for me with Multiverse X. A little bit of a wild card play for me in terms of the L1s. I really like it. I think they've kind of really focused in on Europe these days, which I think is a smart play for them. But yeah, this is a long-term hold for me. I put this in the kind of the same category as Solana and DOT, even though I have a much smaller bag of it. All right, moving along. Next one is Render, kind of like Filecoin. Render, a bit of an infrastructure play in decentralization and what crypto will need to really reach its potential. So decentralized infrastructure play here. Render, a little bit of a Solana play also, in terms of it tends to be equated with the Solana ecosystem. Right now, it's at $4.60. It had an all-time high of just under $9. So this one is actually much closer to its all-time high than some of the other ones, but Render really only took off. It launched later in the last bull run, and so it didn't really have a full cycle last time. So I think this still has a ways to go to find its new all-time high this time around. So I don't really look at its old all-time high as being that big of a milestone for it. Right now, it's sitting in as the number 52 ranked coin in crypto, so it's still a major coin in crypto already, but I think it's got a lot of potential to go much higher. The total supply is 531 million, just over. Circulating supply almost 400 million out there, so not a ton more tokens to come out, which I really like. And I just think the team and what they're doing, this to me is a blue chipper. So Render got to be there for me. All right, next token. If you are an avid Cryptowiser, you might not be surprised by this pick, because actually in the last crypto winter, I did not buy that many new altcoins. But I did mention this in a video that we made. I made it with Marvin. I believe it was a video I made with Marvin. I talked about Osmosis, and I really liked Osmosis. It was one of the few altcoins I actually bought in the crypto winter. I wasn't huge. I don't have a huge allocation into the Cosmos ecosystem. So I was looking at a lot of the projects there, and I really liked Osmosis, and it had been hit really, really hard. So if I look at the chart, its all-time high was $11.25. It went all the way down under $1. It was down to 25 cents not that long ago, and it's been on a tear ever since. So the last 90 days, so only in the last 3 months, people are finally finding Osmosis again. It's up to $1.53 right now. It's the 72 biggest crypto in the crypto market. Max supply of 1 billion. And right now we've got over 60% in the circulating supply. So I know a lot of Injective is obviously the biggest project that uses the Cosmos technology. That one has been pumping huge. That's not one that I'm in, and I kind of missed the train on that one. But Osmosis has been doing well for me, and it's kind of what I've chosen for my Cosmos allocation. It represents Cosmos for me on my list. So that for me is the Osmo token for Osmosis. Moving along, this also shouldn't be a surprise if you watch the channel. I just made a video of this not too long ago, and that is Beam. Beam is one of my major GameFi plays for 2024. It has run up since I made that video. It was at about 10 cents then, and it had already done really well. So now we're up to about 20 cents, which is down from, it hit an all-time high of 27. So it's down from its just recent all-time high, because it was really, really ramping up and doing well. So this is one I might not rush into if you're not already in it, because it has gone from half a cent to around 20 cents already in a very short time. So this is one I would be careful about going too much into too fast. I'd be waiting for dips perhaps, but I really love this as a GameFi play for 2024. Love what they're building, like the team a lot. It has strong name recognition within crypto already. A large part of the max supply is already circulating. So this is a GameFi play that I really like. It's on my top 12. It used to be called Merit Circle, so you may know this project as Merit Circle. They rebranded both the name of the project and the token to Beam only a couple of months ago. If you want to learn more about it, feel free to go watch my video on it. That's this one here, about a month ago, 100x GameFi crypto projects. Okay, moving along. This is actually a new one. I've never talked about, well, I've talked about Sui on the channel before, but not as a token that I own, and that's on my must-own list. Now, a caveat with Sui is there's going to be a lot of unlock of the tokens over the next 6 months. So even though I have bought some recently, I'm not going to buy a lot in the next couple of months. I'm going to wait for a lot of the unlocks to happen, but definitely towards the end of those unlocks into next year, I really like Sui and the Sui ecosystem as another L1 play. These guys, if you don't know about this already, the blockchain Facebook team, remember Facebook was going to make their own blockchain. It was going to be called Diem. A lot of the people who worked there at Facebook after they shut that down, at Facebook split into two groups. We've got the Aptos group and the Sui group. They're very similar projects. A lot of the technology, the language, the Move language which they use to build the blockchain is similar in both of them. But for me, having looked into both of them, I'm leaning towards Sui. But if you're an Aptos person, I can't really fault you. It's almost like a coin toss for me. I like the tokenomics of Sui better a little bit. And I think it's a smaller market cap right now, so maybe there's a bit more upside in it. I like both projects, but for me, I'm not going to invest in both of them. I've kind of chosen my horse, and for me, it's going to be Sui. It's at 72 cents right now. Now, the circulating supply is very low still, only over $1 billion, and the total supply is going to be 10 billion, so it's only 10%, but it's a new token. It just launched in the bear market that we went through, so it launched earlier, late 22, I guess, or maybe it was even in 23. I actually forget now. All the dates kind of smushed together. But regardless, it's only been out for a little while. Now, Sui didn't do a huge airdrop the way that Aptos did. I like that too. So even though some people got to buy in very cheap, I think it was a 3-cent price. A lot of those people have probably sold out if they wanted to already. So from launch, you can see it hit about an all-time high of about 216. It went all the way down to about 38 cents, and now it's back up to 72. So I'm going to be watching the unlocks for this one, but this is going to be the new layer one that I add to my bag. I definitely think there's room for Aptos and Sui in this next bull run as the new kids on the block to really gain some momentum, and because they won't have a lot of the baggage that some of the other ecosystems have. I could see them doing well. So I am definitely going to be adding more and more Sui as those unlocks look like they can do less and less damage throughout next year. All right, moving on to 10. Yeah, I had to throw a meme coin in there. Look, I was not a meme coin guy in the last cycle, and I didn't see the utility of them. As I said earlier, I'm a big utility guy. But I got to give up. I give up. Meme coins are here to stay. I do think that there's a place for them. Clearly, the younger generations love the meme coins. They kind of represent culture in a way. It's almost like tokenized culture. And Dogecoin, I had to go with Doge. Now, I do hold some Bonk, but Bonk has been going crazy in the last few months. I got in early on Bonk just because I was already in Solana. I got airdropped a bunch, and then as I watched it, I looked at it, I don't know, I earned some more doing some other things. So I do hold, a good chunk of Bonk, but because that has done so well recently, I think if I were to choose a meme to buy in from here into 2024, it would be Doge. Also because of X/Twitter. There's no way that Elon isn't going to add Doge. Once payments are added to X and he adds crypto on there, there's no way that Doge won't be accepted. Now, maybe all crypto will be accepted. Who knows? But if he only goes with a handful, like maybe Bitcoin, ETH, Doge is going to be number 3. Doge might be number 1. So I think, and it actually surprisingly in the last couple of months, as the crypto market has been heating up, it's done well, but not like crazy. Like it's gone from 6 cents to 9 cents. It's all-time high. It went, it was obviously one of the coins that really told us when the top was coming last time around. I should have known when my cousin asked me how to buy Dogecoin that I should have just got out of the crypto market last time. And that was pretty much right at the peak of Doge there, 73 cents. So it's down almost 90% from there. That was, you may remember this if you were around back then when Elon was doing SNL and Doge was everywhere. I just think Doge is really Elon's pet project. Whenever he feels like it, he's going to pump it. So I think it's going to pump again. So to me, it's an easy, what is that? That's a 7x to its all-time high. Even if it doesn't get there, even if it gives me an easy 5x, it's a pretty risk-free play, in my opinion, if the whole crypto market goes crazy again. If there's a bull run, I think inevitably Doge will have its time. So I'm throwing it in there as my meme coin. All right, a couple smaller caps here that I have talked about a lot on the channel. This one I've talked a lot about for years on the channel, and that is Kilt Protocol. In terms of utility, you're talking about decentralized credentials. You're talking about a team that has really the fundamentals and the expertise and has been doing some great work. They have a huge partnership with Deloitte, and it's still a tiny market cap. I mean, it's the 503rd ranked crypto, which to me is insane. Fully diluted valuation of 77 million. A lot of the supply is out there already, so I could see this doing really, really well. It is a DOT ecosystem token. Now, the all-time high on this is a little bit misleading, I guess, in that it didn't really last. It was kind of like when the token launched, it had a huge spike up to about $10, but really it's true. All-time high, maybe $4. It lasted for a while there, but I could see this doing really, really well. I could see it getting to $10, and at its current 48 cent mark, that's pretty good. Now, I hold a lot of this. Obviously, all the coins I talked about today, I own. So full disclosure on that. Now, the last 24 hours, it was a really interesting day for Kilt. Actually, I saw it spike over 60 cents. Then it went back down to about 48. Then it went back up over 55. And now it's down again at 48. So there is still some selling pressure here. There's not a lot of volume, under $1 million of volume. A lot of people probably got a ton of tokens earlier on. So I think there will be sell pressure going up from people who've been in it for a long time, and team members and stuff who have really only gone through the bear and probably weren't able to take anything off the table yet. So as it moves up, I see some resistance happening, but then eventually I think that once the people who want to sell are out, then I could see this really skyrocketing. So a bit of a smaller token there for you to consider, but Kilt is on my top 12. Last but not least is one of my faves, Crown by Third Time Games. This is the utility token for the photo finish game. I've talked a lot about this game on the channel in the recent months. This is something that I got into way before the game even launched. They did a NFT launch on Solana. I was in on those from the very beginning, and it's just been amazing to watch this project evolve. The gameplay is amazing. The community is amazing. And so the utility token for the game, which has just been growing and growing and growing, I think has a lot of value. It's hit over $1 a few times now in the recent past. So I think it's going to kind of shoot through there eventually. It has as I say, a lot of utility. Basically, people stake their crown in the game, and that gives them a return in Derby, which is essentially a stable coin in the game. So like for me, I stake all my crown within the game, and then I get Derby. I can either use that Derby in the game to race with my horses or do what I want, or I can just cash out. And I can trade that Derby in the game for USDC and then, send that to my Solana wallets. So there is a lot of real utility here. I think it's just getting started. It's down at 92 cents now. Its all-time high was just a few weeks ago at $1.16. And so as it's kind of hitting new all-time highs, you're seeing some people take some profit off of it. But I think this is just going to slowly climb and climb and climb because it has real utility in an amazing Web3 game. I think for me personally, it is the Web3 game that has proven the whole concept of crypto gaming. Like it's just, they've done such a great job on it. And there'll be so many other games that come out that I think are going to be amazing too. But Photo Finish in the right ecosystem, they're in the Solana ecosystem, which is obviously fire hot right now. So I really just think it's the beginning for Photo Finish. So there you are, folks. Those are my top 12 altcoins for 2024. Solana, Polkadot, Chainlink, Filecoin, Multiverse X, Render, Osmosis, Beam, Sui, Doge, Kilt, and Crown. Now, are these the only 12 I'm going to own? Nope. I'm going to be owning a lot more alts than this, and we're going to be talking about them on Cryptowise. We're going to go in depth with things. We're going to be doing interviews. Marv and I are going to be doing our shows where he and I argue about all sorts of things crypto. Starting in the new year, we're going to be back with much more regular content. So if you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel. Make sure those notification alerts are on so you know when we drop a video like today's special Xmas video. And don't forget my very special Christmas Cryptowise giveaway. If I get 1,000 views, 100 likes on this video, I will choose my favorite comment on the video and buy you one of these beautiful We Are the Walrus OG Solana NFTs. All right, guys, that's my special edition Cryptowise Christmas video. I hope you all have an amazing holidays with your loved ones. It's a pretty great Christmas this year with crypto pumping huge, and hopefully this is just the beginning. I think 2024 could be huge. All right, guys, as always, until next time, I'm Milton saying over and out.